Yo, it's your boy BIGANT back with another episode of the Can I Kick a podcast. Today I have a very special guest with me, uh, top notch ninja. None other than the boy, none other than the boy Kris AKA Kato. Say what's up to
Yes,
everybody, big dog.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it do? What it do? Thank you for having me, my brother.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time since we conversed with each other.
Eesh.
Yeah, it's been way too long. Life comes very fast and very hard sometimes. Um,
Definitely comes at you fast.
yeah, man,
I
I'm
will
glad
agree
I'm
with
glad
that.
I got you here because you're like one of the you're like I put you in the unique spot. Not saying that the other people that
Right.
run my podcast are not unique and special, but like you are, you know what I'm saying? You just you being you, it's saying from like our past and everything like that. It was one of the few I had on my list before I even like came to the thought of like who I wanted on my podcast. It's like I already
Word,
knew I
word.
wanted to have you, from
Damn.
being yeah, from being like,
That's
just
that's high praise, man. I appreciate that, dog. I know you got a few episodes under your belt. I know you ain't get to Obama just yet, but I'm,
Yeah, nah, it,
you know
cause
what I
like,
mean? Like,
yeah, cause a lot of people don't know, like, me and Chris go way fucking back, and like the standards of how like we met, like like the situation of how like we met and stuff like that through mutual friends and everything. It's like I don't want to get too sad and emotional and sappy and shit.
nah,
Like
nah, nah, nah. Never
it's like I
that.
met you through mutual friends, and then like when we started like hanging out and stuff like that, like we clicked, and it was
hmm
just like it's all and you're like me, like we like to joke, we like to talk shit, it's like
Yeah, man.
it's like you're a brother, type shit, type feel. And then
You know,
ever
you know
since.
what's funny? Since you mentioned it, like just because you just triggered a bunch of memories saying like how we met.
Yeah, yeah,
Funny,
yeah,
funny, cause like, all right, so I've probably known you 10 plus years now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a
yeah,
while, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
And what's funny is you're one of those guys. First of all, we're both one of those people that we know a lot of people. We're very social. We got a lot of friends. We like to. It
Facts,
might be
yeah.
different circles. You know what I'm saying? If it's upper class, lower class, whatever you call it, we got a lot of people that we know. We touch a lot of bases. We're just. It's like good in every hood. You know what I'm saying? Like they say. But for
Hmm.
you, you're one of those people that I would hear about before I met you. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lead. It's like, and I'm sure a lot of your listeners, anybody who's listening, they can attest to that. Like you hear the name Big Ant before you even meet him, and it's like, okay, that's somebody you gotta. Okay, shit, you got clout behind that name, man. Like
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
just tell you because I went to Addicts. I went to Addicts Middle School, and I'm pretty sure I got introduced to you through Mike Myers,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, most definitely.
so just through messing with him, going to see my boy Tunes Angel over at EP. Check out my boy
Yeah.
John. Everybody in that area, they're like, yo, you gotta meet my boy Big Ant. He be knocking niggas out. I'm like, I don't want to meet that nigga.
Yeah, hey. And what's funny, real quick, I don't want to cut you off. I'm gonna touch on
Yo.
something real quick. And what's funny is, she's in the next room, but my wife thinks I'm like the softest person in the world. Like,
Mm.
she's like, "Oh, you won't fight nobody. You ain't knocking over. You soft. You soft." I'm like, "Bro, if you knew
Okay.
the type of stuff we got into when we were younger, you would be like blown away." Like, I might not be that person now,
Flabbergasted.
obviously, because I grew up. But I mean, if I had to get my hands dirty, I got my hands dirty. But like during that
Yeah.
whole like 18 to like 20, I'd say about 24 era, like right out of
Mm.
high school or like just getting out of high school, man, we used to do so much stupid shit. And it involved like fighting. Like 98% was fighting, and the other two was getting food. Like it was like we get into a fight, yo, we go through, get some Burger King or some Chili's, because at the movie theaters we were at, it was either Burger
Yeah.
King or Chili's, or you know what I'm saying, so, or
It
the
was
pizza
like
spot.
protocol. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. So like
But
that's funny
like
that you
that,
say that.
that but that's the thing, like, like I said, like you're one of those dudes that I heard about before I met, right? And then so when I first met you, I don't want to be like, hey, Mister Big Ant, you know what I'm saying? But I also don't want to be like, man, fuck that nigga Big Ant, man, he ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So like I had to gauge you first, bro. I had to figure out who you were and how you see
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
interacted with people, and I'm like, man, this nigga cool as hell, bro. This dude's cracking jokes, blase blase. But sure enough, just like you said, like you can flip that switch real quick and be that different person. So it's been interesting to
yeah.
see. to watch you grow and to watch that rumors and those that reputation change and graduate. It's different now. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah, that
like I don't want to be known as a nigga who's just starting trouble, getting into fights. You know what I'm saying? Tell people I
for
can
real, for
fight, but
real.
don't be like, all he does is start his trouble. That's not how I want. I don't want that to be attached to my name. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Hell
been
yeah.
interesting to see the growth for just yourself and myself, and see how where we're at now and how different it is. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
cause I was gonna say the same thing like when I met you, cause like I heard your name through the grapevine, and like everybody that we chill with, and like Hollywood, and everybody that went to
mm,
like the movie theaters and shit like that. It was funny because like they were like, oh, Kato. I'm like, who the hell is Kato? And then like once
mm,
our paths finally crossed, I was like, this dude big as hell. Cause you taller than me. Like I think you got a good like foot on me.
uh,
What you about like 6'1"?
I'm 6'2" now. Yeah,
You
yeah,
see, dog, I'm 5'10", bro. Like, if anybody was
bro.
gonna be afraid of somebody, it would have been the opposite. I would have been afraid of you because you're so damn big. But that's like
No,
how
man,
like
you had street cred. Let's just put it like that. They were like, this nigga be holding it down for the squad.
yeah, but hey, I guess sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta yeah,
Absolutely.
and I never
But you know what? You know what's crazy though is like back then, like it was necessary. Like that's what you had to do in order to kind of make a name for yourself. Like even if you weren't the best at fighting, if you had
yeah,
that in your pocket, like, all right, but trust me, that nigga gets down. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It'll
yeah.
buy you those cool points. It'll get you in that different room or in a different circle where people are like, all right, he cool, or maybe he's not cool, but I ain't gonna fuck with him because I know how that nigga. You step in, he gonna step to you right back. So it's just cool to be like, once you earn that stripe, now I can afford to be funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Niggas ain't
yeah,
gonna try
yeah.
me because I got that background, and now I can crack jokes, and you're not just gonna take me for a clown because you heard about me. You know what I mean? You know what
Yeah,
I
and
can
it's
do.
like it's crazy because like growing up I always was like I was very ill-tempered, but like I never
Word.
like said like I like to fight. It wasn't like cuz some I know some people, and I know some people that like to fight. Like they
Hard headed
like
motherfuckers.
yeah, they like to fight. I can name a dozen.
Mm.
And nothing against that. I was just never that type of person. And then like
Yeah.
when I got around people that I knew that would would have my back nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? So like I
Hmm.
knew there was a select few that I can call on and be like, yo, some people starting some mess over here, blah blah blah, Raji, and it's like they'd
Yeah.
come and they'd hold it down. So like it became like a second nature to me. Like when we would go play basketball, or we go to another city or something like that, and like we're in a place where it's like a lot of people that don't like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
us, or
It's
heard
not the
about
crib.
us. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's like now you got on your shoes where it's like, oh, I got to fight now. And it's like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like you got to turn yourself into that type of person and stuff. But to touch on like
Yeah.
what you were saying earlier, it's like it's not just life and growing up. It's just like you find yourself wanting to do better, and it's like
Yeah.
you put yourself in the position only if you need to be. Obviously we're not 18
Yeah.
anymore. I turned 34 in November, which is crazy and God blessing at the same time.
Word.
And
Word.
it's like now I'm like, if you want me to get there, you gotta like really press my buttons. I'm not just gonna pop off and like, what I'm saying, like
I
swing on
feel that.
somebody. Yeah,
I feel
it's
that.
like I got too much to lose, bro. I got a family now. I'm married.
Yeah,
I got
man. I got a good
it's it
job. I'm
yeah.
trying to. I just want to make my rent. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not looking for no
For
problems.
real, I
But
want to
like,
pay my
but like,
phone bill.
what take my baby to get that 2 for 2. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but for me, like when it comes to puffing your chest out and being that nigga and being the man and letting people know that you're not the one. Really,
Hmm.
I feel like in the environment that we grew up in. Not to say we grew up in the hood of the hood, the slum of the slum, or whatever, but still, just about anywhere, man. It's like a rite of passage. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's part of
Yeah, yeah.
becoming a man. Like because at some point, and anybody can stand to this. If you're a professional fighter, if you've just been in a few fights when you were a kid, or if you've never been in a fight at all, you want to know where you stand. It's like
Hmm. Yeah.
somebody call you soft. You've never been in a fight. You're like, am I? I don't think I am, but until
Yeah,
somebody snatch your lunch or flip your book bag inside out, you don't know. So it's like
yeah, yeah,
once you get your feet wet, then you kind of know where you stand, and then at least for me, that's what it was. It was a big part for me. I had to figure out: am I soft? Can I hold it down? Like, am I that guy,
yeah,
or
yeah,
am
yeah,
I gonna
for
be in
real.
trouble? Like, do I need to associate myself with some people that are gonna help me out? Like, where where do I come into the mix? So it's just interesting, dog. But I don't want to bore everybody with fighting too much, man. Because
Yeah,
I already
yeah,
know somebody's rolling their eyes like, man, all these niggas
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about is
Oh.
fighting. We get it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's our damn childhood, so you're gonna have to deal with it. But
Mm.
other than that, I've always we joked about it in the beginning, but I've always wanted to know who came up with the TNN.
Oh my god.
It's another memory, but
uh,
I've always wanted to know. I've never
that
asked
is
you. I never
hilarious.
sat down. Like everybody knows me and Mike came up with G Squad. Like it was me and Mike, and then like
Yeah.
that was our thing. And then like you guys came around, well, more specifically you. I mean, I knew the other people
Mm.
that had the tag in their MySpace and stuff like that. Yeah,
So
I'm
I'm gonna
going
be
that
honest,
far
man.
back.
Like from where that came from for me is like I never thought it was cool to be part of the game. I never wanted to be a part of the game. I
Yeah,
felt
yeah,
like it was cooler for me to be associated with people that were clicked up or whatever, but never have to be dedicated to, getting into some unnecessary sticky shit. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought it would be cool to like have my own squad, have my own group, have my own clique, have my own squad that I could kind of set the values and set the goals and be like, this is what we stand for, this is what we don't. At the same time, I didn't
yeah,
want it to be about what hood you're from, what you represent, can you fight, if you got guns. I'm not trying to play those games, though. I just wanted to like kind of like on some positivity shit, man. Like this is who we are, and we got our back, and you know, let people know. So TNN was just kind of like just that. It stands for top notch niggas. So I figured if I could create something like that and have my friends hold themselves up to a certain standard, have them be like, that's not something a top notch nigga would do. Granted I'm
yeah,
15,
yeah,
16 coming up with this shit on some black mafia shit, but
yeah, yeah,
it was just something cool for me to kind of put and like set a standard for just myself and a couple of friends and be like, listen, if you want to be part of this group, you got to have a way with the ladies. You got to be able to crack a joke. You got to be able to put your setup if somebody wants to slap box or if we booming or, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, don't be
yeah.
soft, but you don't got to be the hardest nigga in the room either. It's just something that I wanted to bring, to my friends with my friends and see where it could go. Was I trying to start a corporation with it? Nah, but I just thought
Nah.
it would be dope to start something cool with that. And let me tell you, I actually myself and a couple others, I won't name them. I got a tattoo. My first tattoo was a TNN tattoo.
No
But guess,
way. Why am I just
yes,
hearing about
nigga.
this in 2020?
I'm gonna tell you why, cause
Is it on your
I
butt
got it.
cheeks?
I got no, nah. That's not part of the top notch nigga way, but at least not this chapter,
Oh,
not this
yeah,
region. But
not this far in life.
no booty cheek TNN tattoos. But
Mm.
I went and got it from my boy had a plug. He's like, yeah, he does tattoos out of the crib. I was like, sketchy, but I'm down about
Yeah,
that. I
yeah,
go there and I'm like, I don't know where I should get it. My mom, I didn't exactly ask for permission. I didn't think she would approve of top notch anything with an NIGGA in it.
yeah, yeah.
So I just went to go see what it was, and I was like, he said he had blacklight ink, like ink that would glow under a blacklight. So my first
Yeah.
tattoo is TNN on my wrist in like blacklight ink, and I think it lasted like maybe 2 years, 3 years, where I would hit a blacklight and be like, "Yeah, girl, you see that? That's TNN. What is that? I can't tell you." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Exclusive, exclusive.
yeah, like I felt like it was some dope shit, but really I was just a whack ass 16-year-old trying to, do something cool. So
Hey, I mean, the thing to touch back on, the whole click thing. I think there's it wasn't necessarily like for me like it was G Squad and you were the TNN. Like I don't
mhm.
think I would never classify it as a gang, even though the police did. Like every time we got, I don't. This
Yeah,
is a
I
story
remember that.
I don't think you know about. The very last time we were at the plaza and we had gotten into a fight.
The
It was
infamous
me.
Plaza.
Yeah, it was me. Rest in peace. It was me. It was me, Myers,
Mm.
and I think a couple of people from my neighborhood at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
we got into this big fight. Like, I mean, like we were smashing cars, all type of crazy shit.
Oh
Like
man,
they ran their car into our car, and it was a mess. Like like one of the dudes
that
got out and
wasn't
he
no
tried.
TP. That wasn't a TP episode, was
Nah, it
it? That
wasn't
wasn't
TP.
a.
Nah, nah, nah. Shout outs to TP. Um,
Shout out to TP.
it got to the point where like I think like my girlfriend at the time had somebody had put hands on her or something like
Oh,
at the
no, no,
plaza, and like
no.
yeah, it got crazy, whatever. So next thing you know, we're throwing hands, we're breaking cars, we're doing all this crazy mess, and the police come up or whatever, and I think my two homeboys left, and then like it was me and Mike, and then like everybody else that was there got apprehended.
Jammed up.
And I'll never forget that the cracker came out the car, and he comes over to me, and he goes, you got any identification, blah blah blah. It's like I got my license in my wallet, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I gave it to him, whatever. He types me up. He comes back, and with the straightest face, he looks at me and he goes, "You're a leader of a gang?" I looked at him and said, "What?"
Oh.
I said, "A gang?" I said, I'm not in no gang. Like, do you see colors? Do you see tattoos? Like, I'm not in no
Yeah, like
gang."
bandanas,
Yeah,
switchblades, and
so I asked him, I'm
warrior shit.
yeah. So I asked him, I'm like, "Where did you get that?" He goes, "In this system, they have you as the leader of a gang called G Squad."
No.
BSO, bro.
Ah.
Hollywood and BSO. So I'm like, I'm laughing now. I'm laughing in his face, and he's getting mad, but I'm laughing. I'm like, bro, it's not a gang, dog. It's like a clique. It's
We
like
play
just
basketball together. I would have
yeah,
said we
man.
got a ping pong team, and nigga, I would. He ain't taking me to jail for nothing. We
So
nigga, we play
I was
volleyball, bitch.
yeah, we play bowling and tennis, dog. Like we out here miniature
That's
golf
it.
at Boomers, like I was laughing like my ass off, bro. So I was like, nah, I was like, don't mind that mess. I'm like, I'm not in the gang, bro. It's not a gang. It's like
Yeah,
just
bro.
a
No
group of kids.
tattoos, no
It's a group of
crazy
kids, bro.
handshakes, no colors, no.
Yeah. So like
Yeah, but you know what that means though. Maybe I shouldn't say this on there. That means at some point somebody probably got jammed up. You know
and they
what
snitched.
is going on? Why are you always getting into these fights? Oh well, it's a
Yes.
territory thing. Blase, blase, blase. And then somewhere in the notes, BIGANT is the leader of G Squad. They gave you
Bro,
that street
listen.
cred. That's crazy.
Listen. If anybody out there is listening to this podcast that knows me from back then that didn't like me, if I beat your ass to where you had to snitch on me to the police, you make sure you inbox me after this episode because that is wild. Let me put you on the podcast till I beat your ass that much and you went and snitched and told them motherfuckers that I'm a
That we
gang
had
leader,
a
dog. That's
gang.
crazy.
It must have been somebody you beat up multiple times, and they were like, "I'm sick of it. I've had enough. Those G Squad boys."
This is the last straw. I'm going to the police. I can't take it no more. That's
100%.
crazy,
It was.
man.
It
I just
was a
wanted to
weekly.
share that with you, bro. That's crazy, man. But
Yeah, that's
moving
unfortunate
on.
though.
Yeah, moving on, man. We could talk about memories for decades, bro. But
Days and days.
yeah, I need to ask you, because I don't know if you're officially there yet, but
Oh shit.
what what got you into acting? I see the videos. You sent me some
Uh,
videos. I seen the good cop bad cop, which was the shit. I really like that shit. Like
Thank you, bro.
what got you into that? Are you pursuing some type of
Um.
career or you just doing it for
So
fun?
I mean, like, so really, it's just for fun. Like, it's something that I found for fun, right? I have a couple. We both have a good group of friends. Everybody does something. I'm sure if you need a plumber, you can find a plumber. You need a lawyer, you know somebody that has a lawyer. You need a realtor, you need help with your credit.
Yeah, yeah.
We're all plugged in, connected to somebody. So I have a couple of friends that are in the music biz, videographers, photographers, things like that. So one of my good
Yeah, yeah.
friends that I work with, he said he wanted to become a photographer, and I've literally watched him chase this dream from his first camera to purchasing a couple lenses and different pieces of light and getting the green screen running and having a opening up a LLC and really watching him take it from the ground up. And so he's just trying to build up his resume. For example, he's like, I wanted to for the Officer D-Bach thing where I was a good cop, bad cop, or whatever. He said he's like, I want to do an interview style setting. He said he went to an interview. The guy just pretty much rented the camera. He didn't get to do anything cinematic, so he wanted to add a little flavor to it. So I said, well, shit, let's do it. Who am I? He said, you're a cop. I said, fuck. All right, bet. So how would a cop sound? What would a cop say? What would be going on in these type of situations? And we just played it out like that, and it actually turned out pretty well. It's still on my page. It's a pretty cool video, but honestly, that's all it was, man. Me just playing around and being like, man, I got a little bit of extra time. It's not gonna cost me nothing. I'm literally helping out a friend. It would be cool to do. It would be cool for me to just add to my list of things that I've done. Jumping out of a plane is something I want to put on my list. I could show my kids this video I made one time, and it looks professional quality, and they'll be like, "Wow, Dad, that's pretty dope." So that's really all it is. I don't really have any serious ambitions about becoming an actor or a model or anything like that. But it was dope, man. It was a pretty cool thing. We actually have another. We got another short film coming out. Yeah, man, and a lot. I got good feedback off of it. So that energy alone, plus the freedom of doing it for fun, not having any pressure behind it. I'm working with my friends. I can collab with them. We can come together and be like, yo, this would be dope. But what about if we did it like this?
Yeah.
But what about if we, say it like this time? I'm not limited to a script or anything specific like that.
Mm.
That all of that to me is fun. Like just how you come to the booth and you're working with somebody you haven't worked with in a while, and y'all hit it off and y'all just come up with some magic off the top. It's like that's what it was. You know what I mean? And it's all good energy. It's all good vibes. And like I said, I'm helping my boy out. So who knows, man? If that shit pays, sign me up, G.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
I had to ask because like it was like I said, like you said also, like how you mentioned it was really clean. Like it looked really well, and like you didn't do half bad in it. So I was thinking, I was like, oh, my dog Kato about to be the next IG influencer, fucking
Hey
Denzel
man, I'll
Washington
do
over
it.
here.
If I just gotta put hashtag,
it was good.
If I gotta put hashtag Fashion Over Men's on it, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever. If it did, men's.
Listen, bro, social media is crazy, dog. I'll do a Radio Shack commercial. I don't give a damn. Rest in peace, Radio Shack.
But that's dope though, man. That was something different that I'd never seen you do. So like when you were posting it and then I seen it and I came across it, I was like, oh, okay, Same thing with like how I'm doing with the podcast. Like everybody knows me as a rapper, and they're like, you do a podcast now? I say, yeah, man. I take a side break and just try to dig into something I always wanted to try to do, because like I loved it. I love to talk. I don't just talk shit. I can actually hold a conversation. So people always see me like joking and trolling and shit like that. But like I can dig deep and I can hold conversations no matter what it is. It could be farmers and bowling and
bro.
the sky. Why is the sky blue? And
you just reminded me, dog. That's one of the reasons why I rock with you, bro. Because just like that, when I first met you, that's what it was. It was okay. We cracking jokes 1 second, we riding the whip, bumping the young jock or whatever it is, and then before you know it, we smoking Black and Miles and we getting into deep conversation about life. Like, man, yeah, this is crazy. Like, I peeped that about you, dog. You have that ability to switch up, and for what you're doing now on a podcast, that's huge. One of the biggest podcasts in the world, Joe Rogan podcast. That's what he's so great at doing. He can talk about politics. He can talk about health and lifestyle. You can talk about sports. You can talk about you name it. And you have that same ability. You're very good with people. You're very good with conversation. That's one of the reasons why I want to do this podcast as well, dog. And you know what? Look, like maybe this isn't the main thing for you, but I guarantee you stick with it long enough, you're gonna pick so much stuff up to it that it'll translate into something else.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. That's the thing for me too.
All about
you never know.
You're building your resume, bro.
Yeah, and you never know.
Dope.
So like my biggest thing is like I've done the rapping for 15 plus years. It's not that I want to be a rapper. It was a dream of mine. Obviously, like I
Of
didn't wake
course, of
up.
course.
I didn't wake up when I was 15 and said, "Hey, I want to be a rapper for the rest of my life." I kind of just got into it, and then I started getting good, and then I got better, and then I was like, "Hey, maybe
Word.
I can, maybe I can do it." But now I do it for the passion. I like helping people out. I like
Mhm.
recording people. I bring my friends over. I don't charge them. I record them, mix and master, bum bum bum. I spend thousands
So.
and thousands and thousands of dollars on studio equipment. I've been to real life studios. I've made
Mhm.
mixtapes, EPs, you name it. I've done all that. So, and
Word.
then Joe actually plays a big part in it. But what really got me into podcasting was that my favorite wrestlers. You don't know too much about wrestling, but obviously like Stone Cold and Chris Jericho.
I know
The big
OG
names.
like
Yeah,
still
the big
WWF.
names.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like
So
mhm.
yeah, so like, Stone Cold has a podcast, Chris Jericho has a podcast, and like I'd always listen to Stone Cold because it's like how we
That's the
started
man
off
right
our
there.
podcast. Yeah, how we started off our podcast. He he often has like topics in relation to like his previous times in the ring, or like he'll have somebody on that he used to work with in the wrestling
Wow.
biz, and then like it takes me back to like, holy shit, I was there in my house, in my
Yeah.
room, watching that episode, bro. But then like he'll say something that I didn't see or didn't catch, or something that happened behind the scenes, and it opens up your eyes, like like these are like real life people that
mhm.
you can catch a vibe with. And it's like, it's crazy because you think of him like this big superstar, and he's
Yeah.
a badass, and he drinks beer and he flicks people off and stuns everybody. That's his whole shtick
But
and
when you
everything
hear him
like
get
that.
intellectual, it's like,
Yeah,
whoa,
and then
okay, it's another
he
layer.
gets, yeah, and he gets deep into it, and he opened up my eyes to like podcasting, like how you can be so versatile with it. It's like, yeah, I'm a professional wrestler, and people already shade professional wrestling. They're like, it's fake, it's scripted. Why do you watch it? Blah
Yeah,
blah
it's a
blah.
bunch of
But
muscle bound.
yeah, but
They don't
it's
get
a
it.
it's a it's a form of entertainment, and that's what it's there for, and that's strictly why I got so into it at a young age, and I'm still watching it now. It's just,
Man.
a form of entertainment. Same thing as a podcast. Joe Rogan was a comedian, and then he did TV. And then he had the whole
Yeah.
TV thing, and then he went to UFC. And then like, if you watch Joe Rogan's evolution, it's way out there. Comedian,
Yeah.
TV host, UFC,
Fear factor,
podcaster.
fucking
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like he's all over the place, but that's why I say some people like Joe, you can be so versatile and it works, and it's like everything he touches, he can make work. You know what I'm saying? That like
Mhm.
when I first saw him in UFC, I'm like, why is there a comedian in UFC? I'm like, this is Fear Factor Joe Rogan. Like, what am I doing, bro? And the same thing with the podcast. I'm like, okay, here we go, another comedian with a podcast. There's
mm,
dime a dozen. But like you said, he's so intricate in like how he can like pick people's brains, and like, I don't know if that has to do with the weed,
yeah.
but it's like,
My
you know, you know
ayahuasca and all that.
so it's like, he can pick at people's brains and makes you think, but he's a very 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 good talker, and that's what I like
Word.
about it. So like, when I mentioned like doing the podcast, and like how you were doing the good cop bad cop acting thing, it's kind of like,
Mhm.
I seen you doing that. That's why I had to ask. But then like a lot of people ask me the same thing, oh, you're giving up on music? I said no, I'm just putting it on the
Yeah.
back burner for now. It doesn't mean I don't want to do it, or I'm not gonna keep
Man,
doing it. But
we just building a resume, man. That's all it is.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
And then a
and
lot of
and
things, a
it's
lot of things come with that.
100%, bro. I mean, a lot of these guys get their podcast monetized or their YouTube channel monetized. So if that's an additional stream of income, I'd be foolish not to do that. Especially considering somebody like you already like talking, and you're good at it. You're good with people. So why not capitalize on that?
Facts,
Man.
yeah.
And then another thing, just for the times that we're in, bro. Like, why not? You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit
Exactly.
extra free time. Why not chase something that's gonna make me better and it's positive? And it's, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to people and I'm spreading love and I'm spreading knowledge and we're just having these real conversations, man. It's honestly it's a
Yeah,
beautiful
just
fucking
kicking it,
thing,
dog.
dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And
yeah.
and like you said,
Sick.
like, with the way everything is now, it's like, I've already done all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to work, I come home, I play video games with the wife, and I
Mm,
make music. And I've been that way for a while now. And it's like, I've already done everything that I basically want to do, or I
That
can,
I have to
or
do.
what I'm able to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
especially now during these times, it's like it's a little bit harder to start and do a podcast. But thankfully, like, you can do everything online. Like, I found ways to do it online for now. But
Where.
it's like, why not dig into something that is something new to you, and like you never know, like, where is it gonna go and how people are gonna react,
Mhm.
because like as much as I've done this, this will be my sixth episode, not counting the bonus episodes.
Damn.
And
You
yeah, and
moving
it's like,
fast, dog. That's
yeah, it's
crazy.
I try, every
That's crazy.
shout outs to the podcast every Friday, every Tuesday bonus. Y'all already know.
Straight up.
But
Can I kick it?
yeah, so it's like, I still got a lot of stuff to do. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna try to do a cool ass little intro without it being too corny, so I can get off the little yo 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 part thing. Kind of just stuck, and I just
Make it
do
more
that in
official,
there.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then I got I made the trailer with the upgrades and stuff like that, and announcing the upgrades and everything
But
on
you
the
know what?
bonus.
Like we were touching on this, briefly when we were, trying to set this thing up.
Yeah,
One of the beautiful things about, what you're doing right now, and it's all essentially being documented, right? So people
yeah,
who you got people who are fans and they don't even know it yet. You got people that can't wait for the next episode and they haven't even heard your first episode. Okay, I don't know if you know what I'm getting at, but
yeah.
this
I hear
is
you.
this is all your growth is being documented, right? So maybe I didn't catch the first episode. Maybe I become a fan of episode 14, but I'm gonna go back and be like, damn, these boys were doing it, via Wi-Fi. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be
Yeah,
to the.
yeah,
I remember when Ant didn't have that fire ass intro. I remember when he didn't have those crazy mics and the visuals and the this to go with it. Like,
yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So, bro, just take it all in and keep fucking going. Keep your foot on the next. Cause from what I see, bro, I like it. I'm fucking with it. I've listened to a couple episodes, dog, and you're on the track, bro. Cause dog, I've, I got other friends that were inspired to start podcasts, and they shit don't sound like yours, bro. Just keep
hey,
it a butt. No shade, but
hey, hey, I
not
appreciate
everybody.
that shit. I'm on the right track, because if you get off my podcast, turn around, tell somebody, hey, and shit, whack, bro. Don't even listen to that. I don't even know why I'm on there. I'm gonna have to find your ass.
Straight up.
But I
But
appreciate
like,
it though. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to do it, man.
keep rocking, dog. You already on
Yeah,
Spotify, like that. That blows a lot of people's minds already. Like, what? This nigga, that's like being in Best Buy. You know what I mean? Like, I can. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Well,
This ain't
yeah, but
Walmart, homie. Like, you
yeah,
in
but the
there?
thing, the thing is with Spotify is for the podcast at least, it's
Mm,
free. It's free. I have to pay for my podcast host. That's the thing. So my podcast
okay.
host has the ability to post on Apple Music, Spotify.
Oh,
It's
okay.
got its own host. It's own thing. There's a ton of them out there. Like I use Podbean. Like there's like Cast. There's like one called Cast, and there's like another one.
But
There's a, there's a
dog, that's
there's a
like
there's a
it's
dime a
like.
dozen.
But Pete, you're in my eyes, you're already in the industry, so to speak, right?
Mhm.
So to me, it's like I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Just as a regular consumer, I don't see it like that. Just as a regular person who
Yeah,
plugs into Apple Music or Spotify,
yeah,
Pandora, whatever it is, nigga, if I see my boy's track on Pandora, I'm going crazy because it's like, how did he do it? You
yeah,
know what I
bro.
mean?
My dog
It's like
own
the
it.
yeah, it's the magic
Yeah,
behind Disney. You know what I'm saying? It's a
yeah,
beautiful thing, bro. So just keep
yeah.
going,
Cause
man. Keep
that's,
going, keep
cause that
growing, be
that's
consistent.
that's that's the
Hey.
one thing. That's the one thing I told myself. I said, if I'm gonna start this podcast, I know it's gonna cost money to get a host. I mean,
Mm,
it's like I had a website when I first, like 2 years ago, when I first was like, okay, I'm taking this music stuff serious. I paid my homeboy eight
uh,
hundred dollars to make a website. I don't have the website no more. I said I'm not gonna be renewing it anymore. So like a lot of people don't
yeah,
know, when you make a website and you get a domain, you have
you
to
gotta
pay
keep
every
in.
year to renew it. The licenses and the domain. And I got tired of doing that. So the same thing is with Spotify, and like whatever you put your music on, there's a host. Like for podcasts, you have to make a host for it. So like every month I pay my host the same way people pay Spotify to listen to their stuff with no ads. So every month
Mm,
I have to put in money just so my stuff gets put on, Apple and Spotify and stuff
Word.
like that. So it's like a lot of people don't know that. So, but when I came in here and I was like, yo, I'm gonna start a podcast, I was like, cool, made my logo, da 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 da. And for everybody that doesn't know, I made that logo by myself
That's
and,
dope.
from scratch, and stuff like that. So like I was balls to the wall. Like the first week, I was like, yo, I got an idea, I got the name. I was talking to a couple of my homeboys and my friends,
Mm,
and they were like, yeah, do it, bro. I can see you doing it. So I was like, okay. I started doing research. I was on my Albert Einstein. I was putting things together, pieces and stuff, and I was like, well, if I go here, I can pay this website, $9.99, and they can upload my
yeah.
stuff to Spotify with it, and all I have to do is, what I'm saying, I get my own website through them.
But
I,
dog,
I
not
yeah, I got a lot
not
of
not
stuff.
every not everybody has that in them, bro. So kudos to you because
Yeah,
you
I
found
appreciate it,
something that
man.
you want to do. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
just saying, like, you got to show love, bro. Like, you got to, how they say, give people flowers and all that shit, bro. I respect the hell out of that. Because I'm the type of person where I'm good at a lot of things, but I'm
Mhm.
not great at anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, like,
Yeah.
like I can do a lot of things good, but there isn't anything that I'm the best at. You feel me? So
Gotcha.
for
Gotcha.
me, when I see somebody like yourself who's able to recognize something that they really want to do, and then not
Mhm.
just be like, "Damn, I would really like to be that. I would really like to do that." You actually acted on it. Okay? There's
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
called I just found out the phrase. The phrase is paralysis by analysis, and what that means is you have so many options and so many different ways and so many opportunities or ideas or things you could do, like directions you can go in, that because you have that many options, you never really choose or dedicate to one. So you're
Mm.
paralyzed trying to figure out which one's the best one, which one's the right way to do it. How so to watch you do it and just say, yeah, listen, I'm gonna have to foot the bill on this. It's not gonna pay me at first, but I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna see where this takes me, bro. That's dope. I envy that. You know what I'm saying? It's how much
Yeah.
stuff I wish I could have done. You know what I mean? And like
Me
how much
too.
stuff I
Me
really
too.
like. Fast forward or better yet, rewind 5 years ago, and I'm sure anybody listening can attest to that. What's something that you wish you would have started 5 years ago? If it's a business, if it's a nail salon, if it's a barber shop, if it's change people's oil or detailing cars, whatever the case might be. So
Yeah.
to
Whatever floats your
to
boat.
to see you do that, jump on the mic, create the logo, take the initiative, and do all your stuff. Get set up with Spotify. Boom, 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 boom. And that's inspiration, dog. That's dope as fuck.
I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. That
I'm
means a
I'm
lot, though,
hyped
man.
for
Cause
you.
I'm trying the most. Like a lot of people don't know. Like I got books. I write every time I get a guest. I write a questionnaire, 2 pages of questions, and
Word.
I go off of each question by like what's being said in the conversation, and there's a lot of thought process behind it. Like I just don't put anybody on. It might be my friends, or it might not be my friends, or it might not be somebody
Mm.
I know. Whatever the case may be. Like, I dig deep.
You work
Like
it. You put you,
yeah, but
you
yeah, I
put you
dig
put
deep
work into this,
before,
man.
yeah, like before anything. Like it's not easy because it's all recorded live, and I gotta keep everything jumping, and I gotta carry the conversation for an hour and a half.
Mm.
And it's like, a lot of people think it's just like, you get on there and you ask a couple questions, and it's really not that easy because like you gotta engage the audience, you gotta keep them, guessing, you gotta
Mhm.
keep them wanting to listen to what you're saying and stuff like that. Even though we chop it up and stuff like that, I'm always trying to like dig into somebody's character and then like bring them
Mm.
back into reality and then like hit them with something else, and then I bridge the gap in between there. So it's like it's not just me
All
asking
right.
questions, because there's some podcasts that people just ask questions. They get a
Yeah.
caller
Yeah.
or they get somebody and they just ask questions like,
Like
you
an
know
interview. It's not even a
yeah,
conversation.
yeah. It's like, like my podcast is like it's literally, can I kick it? It's like I just want to put our feet up, grab a cold beer, you know what I'm saying? And then just
Or
just kick it, and just we're just vibing. And then like there's a small little bit, it's not a lot, but I mean it's just a little bit of work that I have to do behind the scenes before I
mhm.
bring somebody
Some
on here that they
preparation.
don't see. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but either way, I'm here now, and you know what I'm saying, this is what I'm gonna try to do for the remainder of the year, and then hopefully I see some jumps, and get my shit rolling and stuff like that. But I plan on sticking with it for a while, especially if I'm gonna do the upgrades and everything that I plan
Yeah.
on doing. it's like,
I'm
why
tuned in,
not keep
bro.
going?
I'm,
Yeah, you
I'm
feel
here.
me?
I'm here
So,
for it. I'm here for it. And you got
but
a lot of
since,
people that
but
rock with you, bro. You know,
yeah,
they
man, I
they
got
gonna
a
they
good
gonna tune in.
following. I got a good following. Shout out to everybody that knows me, that's been there since day one. You know, with the
Mm.
music and with the podcast, I can name a whole bunch, but you know who you are. So,
Shout out to FTL too. Sheesh.
yeah, shout out to Ricky, man, and shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Reno. Them boys, I love them boys with
Yeah.
everything. But since we talking about podcasts, you know, I was gonna ask you. I seen you on your boys' podcast, right?
Word.
Would Kato, the infamous Kato, would he ever do his own solo podcast?
Man, I like listen, bro. I just for like I think 10 minutes straight, I just told you how much I appreciate you and how much you inspired me. So it's
Yeah.
possible, dog. It's possible, but I gotta be honest. I gotta. I'm a little bit more behind, bro. I gotta get the mics. I gotta get the this, the that, the this. I'm the type of person where if I can't do it right, I don't want to do it. You know, if I can't make it dope, I really don't want to put my name on it. You know, I won't co-sign for nothing that's whack, let alone putting out my own shit. So,
Yeah, I hear you on that. Let me cut in before you dig deeper into that.
mm,
What you said earlier. The thing is, you're never too late. And when people what I'm gonna tell you now is what I tell a lot of people. People say da 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 da. It's too late. Whatever the conversation is, it's too late. I'm not
mm,
chastising you for saying that. I'm just trying to generalize what I'm about to say. It's
yeah,
never too late, because you got to think about how many people get into things later in life. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that's been there
yeah,
forever. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
real.
Like, there's so many examples, of like actors, rappers, singers, TV stars that they don't get a break until they're like 30, 40s, 50s almost. There's a
Yeah.
million success stories.
Shout out
So
to Two Chains.
yeah, shout outs to Titty Boy. Even even though I brought it up, and you've also told me about maybe testing the waters. The thing is, with podcasting or with anything in general,
Mm,
it's the initial start is the hardest. That's the only thing that you have to overcome, because me and you, because I know you, and there's plenty of people that know you, you're
mm,
also good with people. You're you know what I'm saying, not to sound sappy and everything like that, but
mm.
you're genuine, you're kind-hearted, you know how to
Man, I
handle
appreciate
yourself.
that.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, like, you've done a lot and you've seen a lot, obviously. and
Mm,
and to me, if you wanted to do that, and you said it earlier in the podcast, and I don't think you caught it, it's like, why not? You understand? Like,
yeah.
why not? Because another thing that tripped me out was
Damn.
another
That's
thing that
deep.
tripped me out earlier. I was gonna mention another thing that tripped me out before the good cop, bad cop acting was that you did martial arts. That tripped me
Word,
out.
word, word. Yeah,
Because
man.
as long as I known you, I never knew you was a black belt, green belt, brown belt, whatever belt you have, or whatever, how many belts you collected. I didn't even know you dug into that. And then when I seen it on your IG, I was like, okay, this man is digging into something new. I never knew Kato was involved in martial arts or wanted to get
Yeah,
involved in
yeah.
that. And that alone, martial arts, and because you're in it, takes discipline and intelligence and training, and you have to go through so much,
I
and
see what you're saying.
diversity when it
You
comes to
gotta
that, because it's
overcome
not
some.
easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. That's like telling an 800-pound person to lose 250 pounds in a week. It's not
Hmm.
easy. It's like, I gotta train and teach my body how
Start
to do this and
somewhere.
that. Yeah,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying?
Take them
So, like, if I can,
losses and
yeah, if I can tell you anything, bro, never again after this podcast say it's too late to do anything. It's never too late, bro. Trust me. I mean,
word.
because there's so many, you can look it up online. Like, you can look up some of your favorite actors, some of your favorite movie stars, rappers, and stuff like that, and see when they first came out, and like you be like, oh man, I'm only 29, and Titty Boy got in the game at 42.
Jeez.
I think I still got a shot, bro. So it's like, you gotta keep that mindset. It's never too late.
You
And then
right, dog.
and
You right.
you can put both of them together. We'll make it a Cato Anthony motto.
Hey.
It's why not? It's never too late. You understand? and then just run
Word.
with that, bro. Because I'm here, and like I said, I think your personality is, like I said, we mesh so well. Like, you're like a brother. So it's like
Mm.
you have that gate. Because I seen you on the Mad with Power, and like you got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? They have you there for a reason. You understand what I'm trying to get at? So like, if you
I
ever
feel
wanted to
that. I feel
branch
that.
off, you save up, you get yourself a nice little MacBook. You can get some of the little nice little mobile
Gear.
podcast stations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like I said, you can do everything online. We're doing it right now until the COVID is over, until you can start getting people to come through to the crib, or
Yeah.
you bring your stuff with you. You know what
I
I'm saying?
might
It's
have to
it's
do
definitely a
it,
dope
bro.
feel, bro. It's a dope
I
feel,
might have
man.
to do it. I'd have to come like watch you, do it, see how you interview these people, and make it into something. Cause man, just off how you started too, your setup is already dope. So I'd have to take a couple notes. But you're right, dog. You're absolutely right about that. And the only reason why I know that phrase, paralysis by analysis, because I'm a victim of it. I do it all the time. So this
Yeah,
I might have been preaching to myself low key.
there you
And
go.
you're right, dog. It's never too late, man. And you never know what comes from it, bro. You never know
Exactly,
what comes from it.
exactly. Because
I'm,
I'm
I might be
I'm
the, I
trying to
might be
get
the next
sponsored.
weatherman.
Yo,
I might,
what?
I might,
Come
I might
on,
be on the
okay.
news. You never
I'm like
know.
Kato gonna be, yeah. Kato gonna be. We're gonna go live to Kato in Florida. What's the weather like, Kato? It's hotter than a bitch. Back to you, John. Yeah, but that's
Hide your
that's dope,
kids.
man.
Hide
It's
your
like,
wife.
hide your kids.
I'm gonna be like over here in I'm gonna throw the ones up. Down here, bring it down. The precipitation in Hollywood. Shit, all
He gonna
right,
be
you'll
bopping
tune
on the
in.
TV. He'll be
You gonna
bopping on
tune
the
in for that
TV.
weatherman. The niggas gonna
I'm gonna
tune in
be.
and watch.
Oh, it's gonna be live. It's gonna be live. But yeah. So
You right, bro.
sw-
You right.
switching the gears up. What? Let me ask you this. What have you been doing since COVID came? Like, what keeps you busy? And what do you miss the
Mm,
most since this COVID? I know I miss just going to the
okay.
store without people looking at me, but like what do you miss the most, and like what do you
Feel
do?
that.
Like I know that the gym's down. You're a big gym head. Like, what do you
So
what do you do?
yeah, so I guess what am I doing, and then what do I miss? As far as what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
doing, since can I kick it? That's the name of the podcast. I'm gonna kick it to you, shit, blood raw. What I've been trying to do is figure out, where am I gonna get this next meal from? You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna keep the
yeah.
lights on? How are we gonna keep this show on the road? If I
For
do
real.
want to pursue anything in the future, how am I gonna make sure I got a roof over my head? Keep gas in the tank, things like that. So that's been a big thing. And much like a lot
Facts.
of other people out there, I'm sure it's the same thing. It's, anybody who had a side hustle or was thinking about a side hustle, I guarantee they put a little bit more effort into that side hustle, no matter whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've been exploring options like that. That's why I started doing the acting thing. That's why I started, being a guest on my other boys' podcast and yours as well. Just finding out other ways that, should this happen again, how can I be more prepared financially, health
Facts.
wise, how can I put myself in a better situation in the future? Because I'm not looking at it as, man, I hope we get out of it. It's when we get out of it, what am I going to
Yeah,
do? How am I going to act? How am I going to be better? How can I put more money in my pocket? How can I help other people? Things like that. So that's really been my main focus. And that just, you know, exercise, of course, trying to
hmm
network with more people, figuring out who I can help and who can help me, and just trying to be the best person I can be throughout all of this, trying to stay sane. It's interesting
yeah,
because the only thing that really keeps everybody calm in a time like this, and it's really a false sense of security, but it's the fact that we're all in it together. So
hmm
it's like most people, they probably should be panicking. You know, the bank account's getting low, but it's like, man, my neighbor is in the same situation I am, and he's a lawyer. And my other
yeah,
neighbor, he's in the situation that he works at public. We all in the same boat. So it's like, I know I can't think. It's not just me, and it's not just Florida, and it's not just America. It's everybody across the world. This is the first time in history that everybody is experiencing the exact same thing at the same
yeah,
time. Let
yeah.
that sink in, bro. So, I just
Cause
been thinking about that.
cause I can also add to that, cause man, let me
Mm,
tell you, uh, was probably like this probably like the second time or the second rent from my apartment that we stay in that we
Mm.
actually had to push back to make sure that I
Yeah,
had enough
man.
financial funds. And we had to get used to that because it's like before this it was straight, like we'd be like, okay,
Yeah, you
we'll
figure out how to make it
pay our
work,
rent.
man.
Yeah, we pay our
Yeah.
rent on the 15th with Gucci, whatever like that. And then like, once everything starts, really hitting the fan, it's like, we'll pay rent and then we can't do such and such for like the next week and we got to keep the money
Mm.
so we can at least make, what I'm saying, make sure that we
Yeah.
have food on the table and stuff like that. And I can definitely vouch for that because it's like I work for the city and I'm outside and I work in the sewer department. So it's like
Mm.
I'm around that and I'm outside like,
You're
doing
exposed
that.
essentially.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
trying the most to like be safe there so I can be safe when I get home. But I'm also luckily
Word.
luckily luckily blessed to be in a position to be able to still work because like I don't know if you
Yeah.
saw, I think it was Miramar, they're taking furlough days already.
Oof.
And like the thought crosses my mind, it's like I can't even miss work right now. If I miss work, I'm gonna be, what I'm saying, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
say, oh, it's just one day, it's just
No,
no,
sir.
bro, that's 8 hours, bro. That's like $100 for most people,
And
like
then
120.
and then to add to that, it's like, we really don't necessarily have a light at the end of the tunnel. So it's like, okay, so I got to take a pay cut. I got to take a couple of days off here and there, sacrifice a few shifts, whatever the case might be. A lot of
Mm,
people gonna be like, okay, I still got a job. I'm thankful. It is what it is. But when is it gonna change? Nobody has that answer yet. Nobody can say, I just got to do this for a month and then I can start planning after that. I
yeah,
can do this for 3 months and then after 3 months I'll be able to bounce back, make payments on the whip, bop, 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 and start strategizing. Really, nobody knows. So it's a
yeah,
different energy we dealing with, bro. It's interesting
yeah,
times,
cause
man.
that's another thing too. Because my boy just told me last week, he lost his job due to COVID.
Oh shit.
And he was uh a city employee too at another city. And
Mm.
he called me like last week and he's like, hey man, you know
Heads
anybody
up.
hiring? I'm like, bro, what I'm saying, don't you work for such and such? He's like, dog, they let me go, bro. I said, nah.
Mm.
He's like, yeah, they let me go, bro, because of the COVID stuff, blah blah blah. They come back on, finances and stuff like that. I'm like, what? I said, bro, you was just talking to me like last week about how you just got the job, and it was like, man,
Man.
this shit happens, bro, and it's like, everybody's on the edge about it, like I mentioned it earlier, like
Yeah.
I go to the store and like everybody's got, because let me break it down like this real quick. The thing that gets me the most, like what triggers me the most during this is like everybody has a mask on. I can't
Oh
see who
man.
you are, bro. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing for
Yeah.
me. And it's like wherever you go, it's like you got people watching your moves. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my wife
Yeah.
comes home sometimes and like this was like a month before like everything hit the fan, like mandatory mask and all that stuff. And like people were really, really, really dying. And she'd come
Mm.
home and she'd tell me like stories about her at the gas station. She'll be waiting in line and
Mm.
she'll cough in her arm and like everybody's just sizing her. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like
Yeah.
people look at me like they want to kill me.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Off
I
a
just
sneeze,
hate,
just like.
yeah, like yeah, I hate the feeling of like going out and like having people like assume or like, you know what I'm saying, like give you these
Yeah.
looks like, you know what I'm saying? It's
It's
like
like a
cuz
new
like it
level of paranoia out there. It don't matter who you are.
yeah,
It don't
man.
matter if you
Yeah.
white, black. It don't matter. It's just everybody's kind of on edge.
Yeah, and
I don't
that's the
trust
thing,
nobody.
because like the thing, like I said earlier, I work for the city. I'm out there with the residents and the city all the time. So like everybody now during the the pandemic, it's like I used to get the hey how you doing or good morning at 7-Eleven or how you doing this and that whatever it
None of
could
that.
be. It's a complete stranger. It's none of that, bro. It's like people see you walking. God forbid you're outside exercising and you don't have a mask on because it's 90 damn degrees here in Florida. And I've seen it firsthand. Like I see a jogger jogging down the road and there's like two people walking down the sidewalk and the people on the sidewalk, they don't like say hi or wave or anything like that. They pull off and distance themselves and wait for the jogger to jog by. You know what I'm saying? It's
Come on.
like how you said it. It's like people are just paranoid, and that's what gets me the most triggered, dog. It's like, like we used to be like, that's the type of person I am. Like no matter what, like I go into a store, I hold the door for you, or you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like I see you,
Those
how
those
you
little moments.
doing.
Those little
Yeah,
moments.
like
Hey, how you
like
doing?
people
Hey, like,
people don't even do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I got scolded for not
yeah.
holding the door. Like there was a lady and
Yeah.
her kid walking behind me. I didn't see them. Because I
Mm,
wear like the full face mask. Like the ones you can pull up. Over your
mm.
over your ears and your
There's
face and
like
your
the
nose
neck.
and your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I didn't see them, at my peripheral. So I walked into 7-Eleven and I let the door close. She comes in because I was getting gas, and then she comes in and she goes, "Thank you for holding the door." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I was
Uh,
behind you. You could have hold the door for me. Now I had to touch it." I said, I said, that ain't my job, bro. It ain't my job. Get gloves.
I would have
Get
said
if
it
you're
real
so
slow.
paranoid, get gloves. You feel me? But I mean, that's my biggest thing. It's like everybody changed, and it just plays with my mind. Like how people react now to different situations, and like how we interact with each other is what really makes me sad. It's like, like I know there's a pandemic, I know it's dangerous, I know it's killing folk, but like we we kind of like, I wouldn't say fully like we're turning on one another. It's just like we're
The
changing. It's like
energy's
slowly
different, man.
changing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
slowly changing us.
Yeah. No, I feel that. That's true, man. Funny story, bro. I was out and this dude. You never seen like those checkered vans? Like a lot of people got. It's like I don't know. They're regular vans, but they're checkered, like the race flag checkered thing.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
dude saw me and he was like, "Oh shit, those are dope." And he referenced like a movie. They were made famous from some type of movie. I forget what it was. I think they're called. There's a guy named Spicone or Saponi, something like that. We can
Hmm.
look it up later. But so he referenced the movie and I caught it and he caught it. And he was like, "Those are dope." And it was one of those moments where we were in passing and it's like we both wanted to dap each other up, like, "Hell yeah, brother!" And we were just like, "I can't do it." It was like one of those. It was one of those moments. You and your boy, you say something funny, y'all come to an agreement, or what a coincidence. That's funny. High five.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dap up. That's crazy. Those little moments is gone, man. They're like, but you know what,
You
man?
gotta do it virtually, bro. Just
But
like,
dog,
yo, like across the way.
Air five. Yeet. I see you, Playboy. But you know what? Something that I've been thinking about too is like once everything does get opened back up, it don't matter if you wear a mask or not, bruh, because the number one thing that we all have in common is money. Okay, my
Hmm.
like if you really, really, really think about it, my money is your money, is her money, is his money, is the governor, the senator, you name it, the poor, the rich, whoever. At some point, that single-dollar bill, that 20, that 50, that $100 bill, is gonna cross hands with uh, uh, the guy at the toll booth, the dude at CVS, the girl over here at Macy's. We
Hmm.
all gonna be exchanging cash. Them germs is kind of everywhere. So it's like we're in a situation where it's like, what can we really do? It's only so much you can really do as far as preventative action to avoid getting caught
Yeah.
up. It's just strange times, man. Nobody really has an answer, let alone a rhyme or reason as far as what we could do to avoid it and stop the spread from it, and how are we gonna move forward? So it's gonna be interesting. I was talking to my boy. I said it's the end of elevators. I said if we're gonna be doing social distancing, fuck you gonna do when you gotta get in that elevator, my nigga?
I'm gonna get
Like,
I'm gonna get
which
one of them big ass I'm gonna get one of them big ass bubbles and just put it
bubble,
around
bubble
me.
boy.
But that shit's gonna have AC in it and everything, bro. I'm just gonna walk everywhere with my shit. Go, give me
let
my
me let me
space,
know.
bro.
Let me know when you get yours. I'm finna get the spree wheels in the back, my nigga. We go.
My shit finna be Fendi, bitch. Out here stunting.
The
Air
Fendi
bubble,
bubble boy
baby.
suit, moonwalking.
So yeah,
Crazy.
I'm gonna ask you this other deep question. Not too
Oh
deep,
shit.
but it's a
Oh
deep
shit.
question. I've always wanted to ask you this too.
Hit me.
How do you make a friendship last? Because
Mm.
I'm gonna bring up somebody's name. I'm gonna bring up Mr. Mac Mang himself.
Oh shit.
I've always seen you with Mac, and it's always been that way. Like there hasn't been
My
like
brother.
Yeah, it hasn't been like a fallout between y'all, and I still see you guys. When you post stuff on IG, you guys still kick it today. Like, what
Yeah,
makes a
man.
friendship last that long? Like, to be where you and that other individual are so solid.
Damn, that's a, first of all, that's a really good question. But
Thank you, thank
let me just
you.
say, don't get it twisted. Me and Mac, we threw hands before. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like we
Yeah,
when you really rock with somebody, and you really roll with somebody, and you know where they fold, and they know how you fold. It's gonna be times where you guys might push each other's buttons, and it really comes down to one. I know who I am. You know, I learned
yeah,
that a long time ago just from various experiences. I know who I am. Therefore, I know where I stand. And what that did for
hmm
me is I know what I'm willing to die for and what I'm willing not to die for. Now, it's not that serious. I'm just trying to paint a picture. So, for example,
yeah,
having a friend like Mackenzie, knowing him for a long time, we could be in various situations. He might say something that I don't necessarily agree with. I know that I don't necessarily have to feel no way because I know who I
hmm
am on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to respect who he is on his side. And as long as it doesn't necessarily interfere with who I am, I have no problems with it. You know what I mean? Like I just have to
yeah,
be able to. I guess the answer is I know who I am and I'm secure with myself. So with
hmm
that, through any operation, through anything that goes on, I just have to start understanding who other people are. You know, not just Mackenzie, but who you are. I gotta
yeah,
understand. Listen, that's who he is. This is who he isn't. You know, and once I understand that, oh, he's just having a bad day. You know, he didn't even mean what he just said to me, or he just, you know, part of it is understanding what the situation is. You know what I mean? And I become a
yeah,
good person to understand scenarios and where is this coming from. I heard a good conversation. They were saying, listen, you if you can sit with somebody who you don't agree with at all, whether it's their
hmm
morals, their habits, their ideas, their belief systems, whether it's religious or not. But you're also a fool if you don't at least take the time to sit with that person and hear what they say, because I guarantee you'll be able to learn something. You don't have to agree with them, even after you've heard
facts,
what they said.
facts. hmm
You could be Muslim, and I hate Muslims, but I would be foolish to not sit and hear why you choose to be Muslim. And if I can't take nothing from that, there's something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
I don't have to
hmm
leave that conversation being convinced. Okay, now I get it. Now I want to be Muslim. I can still be like, you know, just for the sake of the argument, you know, F Muslims. But I'm taking something bigger from that conversation, and now I understand. Well, okay, wow, you're a human too. You know
Yep.
what I mean? You're feeling like this because you just went through something, or you just heard something, or somebody said something to you, or you're being triggered, you're being targeted, you're under stress, pressure, you just lost your job, whatever the case it is. So I know not to hold it against you. You know what I mean? So
hmm
when it comes to friends and even relationships, if it's with your significant other, if it's with your mother, your father, I just got to understand where you're coming from and why you came to that conclusion. Because maybe there's an error in communication. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a
Yeah.
piece of the puzzle that I'm not seeing, and that's why we're having conflict. But if I can hear you out, or if I can see whatever it is, or whatever it is that I might have been missing, maybe we can come to an agreement. You know what I mean? So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And if I'm really rocking with you, I might let you even try me, and I'll just take that L and be like, all right, homie, we cool. I got you. I still love you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah. Yeah.
knowing when to take that blow, and knowing when to fold, and knowing when to puff your chest out and be like, all right, this is where I draw my line. You know, this is where I stand. I respect
Yeah.
you for who you
Yeah.
are, but this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing. Somebody like Mackenzie, especially, you know, I feel like we having a regular conversation. Low key, we podcasting right now, but
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
somebody like Mac, you know, he's very set in his ways. You know, he likes what he likes and he does what he does. I'm a little bit more free flowing, so
hmm
sometimes he could look at me and be like, "Bro, I wish you would make a decision." I'm looking at him like, "I wish you would chill the fuck out," but I'm able to meet him in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know who
The
I am. I
yin
know
and
who
the
he is.
yang.
Yeah, bro. It's just, and
hmm
that's what it comes down to, dog. I feel like you want a long lasting relationship, whether it be through family, friends, significant others. Start with yourself, dog. Figure out who the fuck you are. For me, and this is real personal. I didn't find out who I was until I went to jail. Okay, I got locked up,
Mm.
and what that did for me, and I haven't really spoken about this before with a lot of people. When I went to jail, I was stripped of everything that I felt made me me. So let me give you an example. I couldn't go home and pop my favorite 50 Cent CD and bump to that song because I like that song. I couldn't go lay in my bed. I couldn't wear the
Mhm.
clothes that I wanted to wear. I couldn't get the haircut that I wanted to get. I couldn't go see the girls I want to chill with, the classes I wanted to skip even, or whatever the case might be. I couldn't. I had to figure out who I was outside of all of that. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When you
Yeah.
get locked up, everybody's wearing the same thing. Nobody's rich, nobody's poor. It's when's my court date? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
unfortunately, that's what it took for me to figure it out. But I figured it out pretty quickly, and I was able to say, okay, well, this is what I stand for. These are where my morals lie. And just 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 being stripped of all those things, it really caused me to look inwards and figure out who I am. And ever since then, bro, I got to be honest, man, I'm a lot happier. I know where I stand. I know who I am. I
Yeah.
know what's bullshit
And
and what
that's
isn't.
yeah, and that's good too. I mean, so
Crazy.
I don't want you to be, I don't want you to to feel ashamed that you were in that position,
Mm,
because it's bigger of you as a man now. You were young then, but you're a man now, to come out of a situation like that and actually learn how to progress and be better. You understand what I'm saying? It's because
word.
a lot of people will go to jail, and guess what? They keep going back. They keep going back. They keep going back. And then that's only
Mm,
digging the grave deeper. Obviously. Can't get no job, your credit's all messed up. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta go back out to the streets, and the streets do nothing but get you back in jail or in a damn coffin. You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah.
don't ever feel ashamed that you had to do time, but you were man enough to make that decision to change and progress and build a
Make
future
something
for you,
positive.
because you came out of that bitch healthy. Because I remember when you
Mm.
got locked up, because that was when Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I put Kato
That's how
as
you
my
remember it.
clan tag. Yeah, man, that's how long ago I put your name as my clan tag. Thank God you have a
Word.
a 4 letter fucking nickname. And I put Kato on there in Modern Warfare 2. That was back when we was playing with Ricky and
Yeah.
everybody and stuff.
Yeah.
And I
Team
left that
Javi.
son of a bitch there. I left that son of a bitch there forever. If I log into Modern Warfare 2 right now and load it up into multiplayer, it's still gonna say Kato. It's
Nigga,
still gonna
hold me
say Kato.
down. Let's go.
Yeah. And then I want to say it was Cito. I can't remember if it was Cito or
mm,
if it was my boy Jonathan. They
mm.
saw that I changed it to Kato. I don't think you know the story. They saw me change it to Kato, and they changed theirs to free. So I would join their party, so it would be them on top of me, and then our clan tags would say free Kato, bro.
That's fucking funny as hell,
That shit
bro.
is dope, man. Yeah, I mean, a shit situation, but it was just a little story, because I remember vividly when that had went down. I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
and then you were
It
gone
was
for a little while. I was salty, bro. Yeah, I started missing your ass and shit. I was like,
nigga, I
damn.
was salty too. I was
But like I
you
said,
bro.
things happen. Things happen, bro. That's why I said don't feel ashamed at all, bro. I mean, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You were able to evolve. You evolved. You basically were, a caterpie, and you evolved into a butterfree, and you got the hell up out of there, bro. But nonetheless, all seriousness aside, like I couldn't be more proud of you, because, like I said, it takes a lot for somebody to
Yeah.
get past that and not keep falling in that trap and get put back into that position to where you keep going back to that place. Like, because you
Word.
see it all the time. You see it all the time. It's like, oh, such and
Mhm.
such got locked up. Me and you both know somebody personally. I'm not gonna say his name, but
Mhm.
me and you know
Mhm.
somebody personally that's in there right now that keeps on
Yeah.
going back and keeps on going back and keeps on going back.
Keep
And we
going
wish,
back.
yeah, we wish that it would never come down to that. I don't want
Yeah.
that on nobody. But at the same time,
Nah,
it's
of
like
course not.
you can only do so much for somebody, and you said it the best. You got to be willing to look inside and change who you are and learn who you are to make that progression,
Yeah.
come to life, and then get yourself out of that position, because don't nobody want you there. You don't want to be there. I know
No
you don't want
sir.
to be there. There's nothing in prison right now that everybody's like, yeah, bro, I got to go to jail, bro.
That's the
Ain't no way.
spot.
Ain't no way, bro. You know what I'm
None of my
saying? So,
friends, nigga.
but other than that, like I said, bro, I don't want to get too mushy gushy, but I'm just glad you got up out of there, clean, clean mind
Appreciate that.
state, and just took off with it, dog. Like I said, you're doing a lot of things right now, and you're staying busy, and like my old Jamaican friend used to say, you keep your nose clean, bro. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's what you do. You've been keeping your nose clean, so.
Yes,
I
sir.
got I got one more question to ask you. You're gonna love this one.
Okay.
Everybody gonna
Oh
love
shit.
this one. You know what I'm
Oh shit.
saying? Clear my throat.
Oh shit.
How how's dating in 2020? Because I'm taken.
Mm.
I'm out the game, fam. I don't know how it is on the other side, bro. I
Ooh
need to
wait.
know. I need to know. Cause it's been a
Ooh
while.
wait.
It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? Baby, I
Are
love you.
we?
I ain't been around no pros.
um. Damn. Are we talking about post, like during Corona, post Corona, or like before
Eh,
Corona?
well,
We
it's
talking like
probably hard to
January
it's
through.
yeah, let's say last year. Let's say last year before the whole
Okay.
COVID
Okay.
thing,
Okay.
because it's harder to date now than it is has ever been, and that's not even our fault for once. You know, it's not the man's fault this time. It's actually the world
Word.
fucking up. It's not us, but like anytime before that, like we'll say it's 2020, but before that.
Mm, I gotta sip my beer for that one. But yeah.
Damn.
So dating now. Dating is interesting, man. Dating is real interesting because as we get older, it's like the rules change, the guidelines change, the
Yeah.
curriculum is a little bit different. But the
Oh,
biggest
big word.
difference that I can see really is social media. So it's like if you're trying to get at these girls, or if you're a female, you're trying to get at these dudes, or whatever the case might be. If you're not able to manipulate social media, the odds aren't really in your favor. If you don't have somebody at
Mm,
your job or somebody at your church, hopefully you go to church, or somewhere that you go to gather and you're in a social setting, it's very
yeah.
difficult to get out there. Okay, so if you're not able to, you know, put on a smile and get your hair done and hit that TikTok dance, or twerk that
Ooh.
filter right, and get the lighting, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah,
difficult,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really, really difficult. If you can't, I'm gonna say, if you can't manipulate social media, dating in 2020, 2021, 2019, even, it's difficult, bro. It's hard. Because in that same light, let's say I am able to finesse on Instagram. Now I got to
Mm,
meet you in real life, and I got to keep trying to finesse.
mm,
It's counteractive to what you're trying to do as far as meeting somebody to be in a relationship with. Because now I got to be
yeah.
that person that I portray to be. You know what I mean? So
Facts. Facts. Yeah.
it's difficult. It's a balancing act. My suggestion, my advice to other people is work on yourself, man. Be the best you can be. As corny, as cliche as it sounds, I'm sure everybody's fucking heard that. But if you do that, man, you just literally just work on yourself, and you know, don't be too worried about the peripherals and keeping up with trends and all that shit. By the time you're ready, by the time you're well developed, you'll be the person that you need to be for the person that you need to be for. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's
Yeah.
at a
That's
different
facts.
time in their life, bro. Everybody's is Some people are getting ready to lose their house. You got some people that graduated at the same time, they're getting ready to buy their first house. You got somebody who
Facts.
just lost a kid, somebody who's having a kid. Everybody is
Mm-hmm.
it's the world is turning. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, if I just worry about me and just worry about being the best person I can be, hopefully I meet that other person at the right time in their life as well, and we can take it from there. You know, but that don't mean I don't want to have fun. You can still go to the club and do what you got to
I hear
do,
you.
but
I
you know
hear
what I
you.
mean.
Yeah.
Like, make sure the bills is paid. Make sure your diet is right. Make sure
For
you're
real.
keeping up with
For
with
real.
your health. Make sure that you're gonna be somebody that somebody actually wants to date, and it'll work out for you. You know what I'm saying? So as
Yeah.
far as
And
dating,
and and what's crazy about that is, um, we'll speak about me. Like I tell, like when people meet me, and I don't know if it's my good
mm.
genes or whatever. First of all, they don't know my age, but like when they meet me and I'm like, yeah, da 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 da, da, my wife. They're like, what? Yeah,
mm.
bro. My wife. Like, what? What do you mean I'm married, bro? And like, yeah, I've been married for almost 6 years now. Like,
You,
what?
a young
Yeah.
man like you? Are you
They're
sure you
like, they're
are?
like, what? And to touch on that, it's like this. It's like I've been, I'm not trying to sound like a whore, obviously. And babe,
mm.
again, I love you. Um, it's
Mm.
like I've been with girls before. I've been with women before. I've been with
Mm-hmm.
younger girls. I mean, not Takashi 6ix9ine young, but younger
Oh,
girls
look.
than me. And I've actually been with a few older women. Like at the time, a couple years ago, I think the oldest woman that I dated was at the time I was 26. She was
Mm.
41. You know,
Ooh.
yeah. I mean,
See, you a
and
legend, bro. Never mind. Don't celebrate that. Don't celebrate that. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Nah, we good. We chopping it up. She know where I stand now. And the
Alright.
thing is, why I mention that is, obviously everybody's different, and every relationship is different. Every person you meet is not going to be the same. I've come into
Right.
contact with girls that are younger than me, same age as me, and older than me. My
Mhm.
wife is younger than me. I got her by, I think, what, 8, 9, 10, no, 12, 13, I think 6 years. I have her by 6 years,
Word.
and she's done more for me than all of them combined. And I'm not saying that because that's my
Yeah.
wife. I'm saying that G shit. Like
Wow.
a personal story. Like a lot of people don't know. I got my car repossessed at one time. I didn't have a
Mhm.
dime to get it out the compound. Guess who got it out of there? $1,250 later. She did.
Damn.
This girl works, comes home, she cooks, she cleans, she doesn't bat an eye. She
Mm.
does my laundry. She does all of my laundry, bro. All of it.
Word.
Boxers,
Word.
dirty shirts,
That's
dirty
love,
underwear,
nigga. That's
dirty sock.
love.
It doesn't bat an eye. And
Mhm.
uh do we have ups and downs? Of course, we've had a couple of bad patches and stuff like that, but we've bounced back. And back to what you were saying earlier, even with the friendship topic,
Mhm.
understanding one another definitely plays a big part, and that will never ever ever die when you're trying to get into a relationship.
Yeah.
You have to know, not only you have to know your own worth, but you have to sit back and you actually have to analyze, is this person really worth my devotion and all of my energy?
Mhm.
Because that's what it's going to come down to. What did I ever think I was going to get married so young? No. Do I regret it? Not at all.
Yeah.
There's no time limit on these type of things. You can get married. I mean, I'm not telling you to get married at 15 years old, but there's no
Yeah.
time limit on what you feel when it comes to certain things like
When it's
this.
right, it's right.
Yeah, like I was telling my mom and dad I was gonna marry her a year and a half into my relationship, and then I turned around and I
Damn.
did it. You know, and it's those things that I tell you, like, she does things and I don't have to ask. We rarely fight. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that attract me to her. And
That's dope.
it's always more than what people think. So like when I talk to people and I mention to them and I tell them, like, what really got me into loving my wife, and I tell them, it's like she does what you want in a relationship. It's not about
Mhm.
my wife's got a fat ass, or she's got a nice pair of boobs, or she's got nice hairs, her tattoos are banging, or
It's bigger
whatever
than
the
that.
case may be. Yeah, it's way
Mm.
bigger than that. Do I think my wife is attractive and beautiful? Hands down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Hands down. It doesn't matter. And it's like she can come to me for anything, and I can come to her for anything. We could
See, that's
talk, we can
dope.
communicate, but
See, that's
she
that's dope
does
because,
yeah,
bro,
she does
it's people.
everything that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like what everybody's yearning for in a relationship,
Mhm.
Jennifer does. And therefore,
So.
like, I don't do anything to jeopardize that shit, bro. Like, I don't have Snapchat. I'm on IG. I'm on Facebook or whatever. I only talk to my homeboys, and that's it, bro. And that's
Yeah.
it. I don't cross no lines, like, between me and you. And even though she's gonna hear this, like, if anybody else, like, comes to me, like, even in public, dog, like, I get nervous. You know what I'm saying? My wife is
Word.
Cuban. Not only that, I think she's gonna kill me, but I think she's gonna jump
I was
out the
just gonna say.
bushes at 7-Eleven or the gas
I was
station and
just
be
about
like,
to say.
what you think is going down, bro? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
this
But like,
shit funny, huh?
yeah, with the blade, she's taking a razor blade out of her mouth and shit. Like, I
Yeah.
legit get nervous, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like somebody might come up to me and say, hey,
But
what I'm
you,
saying,
but
like,
like, you know what's
it's
dope
like,
though? Is
what?
is is you found somebody that is worth it for. Like, it's worth stressing a little bit to make sure she's good and to make sure that
Yeah, no, yeah,
you're
no,
not
no,
doing the things you're not supposed to be doing. It's
yeah,
worth
yeah.
it. You making the sacrifices. Like, you know what, baby? I love you. I'm rocking with you. I fucking love you. Fuck a Snapchat. I'm rocking with you, girl. What's up? What we having for dinner?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
and
mean? Like,
that's the
but
thing,
but
and it goes
bro,
back to what
people,
you were saying. It's hard. It's
it's
hard
hard.
nowadays.
It's hard. It's hard.
It's hard because the thing is that, when we were younger, we were just getting into it, but now is the access
It's
is
way
so
heavier.
easy. It's so
It
easy.
weighs
The
heavier.
access is
Yeah.
easy to get. You can get anything now, dude. Pictures, IGs, text
Mm.
messages, phone calls, all that is
Fans only.
Twitter. Everything is right there.
Sheesh.
It's right there, dog. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why like I limit myself to only so much that I can do. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go on IG and Facebook, that's why you see on my IG, like I don't post heavy like how I used to. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like if it ain't business, I don't even post pictures of me and her on there, dog. Like I try to keep myself in my own bubble. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Not
Keep
saying that I
everything
don't
separated.
yeah, not saying that I don't show her off because you know what I'm saying, like I wear my ring on my finger when I go out, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Yeah.
say her name. Yeah, I'm when I'm talking to somebody like you, like my homeboys, I might say Jen or Jennifer or whatever, but like if I'm outside with like people that I don't know or if I'm at work or whatever, her name is
Mm.
my wife. You know what I'm saying? I
My
don't say my
wife.
girl, my old lady. That's my wife, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I die for this. Like,
Word.
there's no in between, bro. But like I said, going back to like what we were talking about, it's just like, because you know, and I know that growing up, it's like we've been through so much when it comes to
Mhm.
like relationships. I've been ups and downs, heartbroken, cheated on, man, you name it. I've done it all. And there was a mean minute of me being single and straight dogging women. Like dog, like
Yeah.
not on the sexual tip, but just like,
Not
meeting
being
girls.
the man you're supposed to be, man.
Yeah,
Not
just
not
meeting
you know.
them, doing
We
what
all
I
know.
do. Yeah, doing what I
Every
do,
guy
playing with
listening
their
knows what
emotions.
you getting
Yeah,
at.
you know what I'm saying? Like, just I was
Yeah.
tired of getting fucked over, bro. And I was just like, bro, I'm just gonna go out here and just do my thing, bro. Whatever comes out is what comes out. You know what I'm saying? But like, and I wasn't
Mhm.
out there raw dogging or nothing like that. But like, I would like meet somebody, play with their emotions, get close to them, and then bounce.
Nah,
And
I don't
then
give
move
a
to the
fuck.
next
I'm out.
one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once I got with her and we were kicking it and doing our thing or whatever like that, and time progressed, it started opening up, like, myself, it started opening up again, like, maybe this one I can take a little serious again, because
Word.
it was like 5 or 6 years I was single. Like after my first after high school, bitch, I was done. I was I was Trina, single again. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing, bro, like for a while. And I was closed off to that. And then, like I said, it's just, I saw her, we chopped it up. We went out on a couple of dates. I introduced her to the family, dog, like real early,
Yeah.
bro. I wanted
Just
to
grew
get the
from there.
output and everything. And then after that, it's, you know what I'm saying? Aladdin and Jasmine, bro. It's just, it was a movie, dog. And, you
Yeah.
know, that's
Found
why, I
somebody
wanted
that
to
was
ask
worth
you.
it.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you, because I've been out the game, bro. I don't know how I know how it was for back then for us,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
now
yeah.
I know it's a lot tougher nowadays. I know it's a
Well,
lot
yeah,
tougher.
man. I mean, for me, I've never been the type where I'm like, I see you at the club and I hit you with a punchline. Hey, girl, what your name is?
Ooh,
Blase, blase. That shit always been kind of. That shit
ooh,
always been kind of like I'm good off that. My
ooh.
interaction, I.
Talk, talk to me nice. Talk to
Yeah.
me nice, Kato. Yeah,
You came here
yeah.
alone. Like I
Ooh.
never wanted that, bro. My whole vibe is I really rather wanted to meet somebody that I could be a. It sounds so corny when I hear myself saying it, but I wanted to meet somebody that I could be a friend with first. Cause you know why that shit translates infinite, like exponentially into the relationship. Because let me tell you why.
Yeah, yeah.
I need my partner to be somebody that I can really rock with. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need you to
Mm-hmm.
be a friend in certain times, above the sexual, tension and whatever we got going on that way.
Yeah, yeah.
I I I need to be like, yeah, babe, I feel like working out. You want to come with me? Let's go run. Let's go jump on a bike. Let's go whatever it is. Let's go exercise. Let's go do yoga. Damn, babe, I'm hungry as hell. What you want? Sushi? I love sushi. Let's go, babe. Be my best friend.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? I need you to be
Basically,
my
yeah.
dog. Like I always, bro. I'm so jealous, bro. I hear you say, man. Me and my wife, we was on Xbox together. I'm like, oh, this nigga just made it. He found him a good one. You know what I'm saying? Like
I got the
that shit's
diamond in the
valuable,
rough. I
bro.
got
That
the
shit's
diamond in the
valuable.
rough.
That shit is
Yeah,
valuable, bro. Like what
yeah.
you doing, girl? Hey, the new era, whatever is coming out. You want one, babe? You want a pair? Let's go. Let's both get a pair. Let's go do that. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be my homie first, and then
Yeah, yeah.
let's start talking about really. I'm gonna really dedicate my time to you, and take it from there. And that's what it's about. That's what it's from. And it sounds like, from the looks of it, bro, sounds like you found that, man. You found somebody you could be yourself with. That shit is priceless, my nigga. You don't ever want to,
Yeah.
because it goes back to the question you asked me, which is a great question, dog. I'm glad you asked me that. If I'm over here finessing on Instagram like I'm the number one scammer, Gucci belts and
Mm-hmm.
rental cars and blah 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 blah, I'm always out to eat. And then when you meet me and I can't deliver none of that, you gonna look at me like, man, what are we doing here? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
could be
yeah.
your friend
Facts.
first, I don't gotta worry about portraying anything or anybody. I could be me. You know what I'm saying? God forbid I get into a situation and 3 years later we're just really getting to know who the fuck we're dealing with. That's the problem. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you
So
on that shit.
kudos to y'all and shout out to your wifey, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, shout out to Babe. She in the other room playing on the Xbox right now, and she's probably
Right?
doing she's probably doing her best not to be loud because she can get
Yo,
so damn loud, dude.
is
And I
she
tell
one
her
of
I'm
those
like,
shit talkers? Like, your mom's a
oh.
whatever.
So I mean, the thing is, she's only on the mic with like with our clan, like our homeboys and shit like
Mm.
that. So if it's just her, like earlier today, she was playing online and she was playing multiplayer, and like I'm over here playing my game. And I'm vibing over here, just chilling. Next thing you know, she shots
So
out
dope.
like, you're such a fucking piece of shit." I said, "God damn, baby, is it all that? Yeah, this man's gotta be cheating. I can't stand this." She goes
He
off,
modded
bro.
his shit.
She goes off to where sometimes where I'm like, I have to tell her like, "Yo, chill out. Like we're in an
Yeah.
apartment. You mad loud. People might think I'm trying to beat you up or some shit.
Yeah, he's trying
Call
to
the
catch a
police."
domestic girl. What you
Yeah,
oh
but
my
she goes all in, bro. She goes all in. I love it, dog. I love it, man. It's crazy.
dope. Dope, man.
But
I'm happy for you.
I appreciate you, man. Your time's coming too. You need to hurry up so we could double date. You know what I'm saying? Then I have an excuse to see you more. You
Hey.
feel me? Hey, then we were
That'd be
talking about it
lit.
earlier. Then we go bowling. You know what I'm saying? We go bowling together.
I just want the
Meet me at
team jerseys. I'm trying to bring
yeah.
I'm
Meet
trying to
me meet
bring
me at the
retro
spares.
I'm trying to bring retro bowling jerseys. I'm trying to make that a thing so I can make my own and sell them bitches or something. I don't know. We gonna figure it out.
You get the jerseys. I'm gonna get the shoes. I'm on the left shoe gonna be my face. On the right shoe gonna be your face. Ooh, and I'm bowling in shorts, B. I'm bowling in shorts, khaki shorts, Dickies already, no
And
belt.
the back from the say, can I kick it?
Hey.
That shit's hard. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. A good opportunity might be make some merch, bro. Make some dope shit, even if it's just for you,
Hey,
dog.
I'm already.
Oh, my
I'm
bad, my
there,
bad, my
bro.
bad, my bad,
I'm there, bro.
my bad, my bad, my bad,
Nah,
my
you
bad.
good, right? We on the same track. We on the same track, family. We on the same track.
Ooh.
I've definitely crossed my mind, dog. It definitely crossed my mind.
Just a couple
But
t-shirts, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I think
Something.
about doing like t-shirts and like maybe like a hat or something like that. Something that you can wear easily.
Or
It's
like a
either t-shirts or
Scully, bro.
socks.
Like a can I kick it Scully with the, you know what I'm saying? With a mic or
Yeah,
something, bro. A dad had a
yeah.
fucking,
Ooh, a dad hat.
man,
Yeah,
something, bro, something. Cause
I'm gonna
then,
look
you
into it.
know,
I'm gonna look into it.
man, we gonna talk. We gonna talk.
I got you, bro. I got you, bro. But 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 before we wrap it up, it's
Oh
time
shit.
for the rapid fire questions, bro.
Oh
Rapid
fuck.
fire. First answer is gonna be your best answer. Um,
Okay.
we're gonna start it off with what's the best thing that happened to you this month? Ooh.
I did the Can I Kick It podcast with my nigga BIG.
Oh man, the
Let's
shameless
go.
plug.
Let's go.
I rocks with it. I fucks
Let's
with that. I
go.
fucks with that. What's your favorite board game?
Damn.
Say
I
Monopoly.
like life. I like Monopoly. I really
Life,
do.
life
I
is
like
dope.
both of them.
Life is the rich Monopoly, kind of like.
It kind of is, but yeah, kind of.
Like
Now
the
that you mention
board,
it,
the
it's like the
board, the
suburbs.
game. Like the board in the game and like the piece that you spin. It's like all like a little bit higher class than
fairly,
even though
fairly long.
you got more money in Monopoly. It's just like if you put both boards on the ground, it's like it looks like life
Word.
was like a little bit more expensive. That's just me. I rock with both of them too.
Yeah.
What
And then
inspires Kato the most?
you want to be honest, or you want like the presidential response? Because what inspires me,
Whichever one.
what motivates me, or what inspires me?
What
Those are two
inspires
different
you?
questions.
What inspires you?
Man, okay, something that inspires me. Man, it sounds corny, but people like you, dog. When I, cause and they can probably hear it just from our conversation, dog. I'm one of those people. I think more than I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a victim
Yeah,
of that,
yeah,
bro. Like I have all these great ideas, and I constantly I'm helping other people build themselves, and I don't pour enough of that into my own cup. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm
facts.
still
Yeah,
like, what am I gonna do for my career? How am I gonna make money? How am I gonna be the person I want to be? And how am I gonna get to the point where I could do all these things that I want to do? But if it's my boy, I'm like, man, bro, check this out, man. When your wife says this and that, and when you go to file your taxes, you got to do this, and when you do this with the business, and you pop, I got all this sauce for everybody else, but I don't ever help nobody else. So when I see people like you, people like my boy Mac, people like my boy Stacks, a couple other people in this world, when I see them
yeah,
really digging deep and doing their things and doing things that I wish I could do, that's what inspires me. That shit gets me going. Half the time, when I post inspirational shit like on my Facebook or on my Instagram or whenever I get to preaching to other people, I'm low
mm-hmm.
key preaching to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
it because it's things that I've learned and things that I know and things that I've realized about myself. That's how I'm able to kick it to you like that. You know what I'm saying? When I make a post in the morning and it says great news, it's Monday. You know what I'm saying? How we gonna end the day? It's 9 a.m. But how we gonna end the day? When I put shit out
mm,
there like that, I'm pumping my own chest up. I just did 50 push-ups. You know what I mean? Like I'm
yeah,
getting
yeah.
hyped thinking about it now, but that's what inspires me, bro. I see people that actually doing it. I get envious, and then I want to inspire myself because I want those things for myself. How you gonna be riding in the Benz and I'm in the Hyundai and we both hanging out? I want to ride Benz too. I want a 2-story,
Facts.
3-story crib too. I want to. So it's tricky, but that's what does it.
I hear you. I hear you. Cold coffee or hot coffee?
So I'm gonna go with cold, only because I get hot. I take a hot shower, then I drink hot coffee. I'm hot for like 2 hours.
Damn.
There's logic behind this. It's
I'm a
like,
I'm a I'm gonna take you back. Hey Arnold or the Wild Thornberries?
hey Arnold.
My
Hey Arnold was
man.
a real nigga. He good in any
My
hood,
man.
and he had
My
a
man.
penthouse suite
What with the skybox? Come on, bro.
with the skybox, and he was bumping
With the
music.
skybox.
You know what I'm
What?
saying?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
And he had the block
Uh
on lock, low key. He was the leader of that gang. You know what I'm
yeah, yeah, he
saying?
was. He was. Um high tops or low tops?
Depends on the shoe, dog. Depends on the shoe.
Let's just say forces. Keep it simple.
Forces, lows. But if we talking like Jordan 1s, highs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay,
I got
okay, I'll
different
rock with that.
flows. Am I sockless? Are we wearing linens or am I wearing tees and shit? You know what I'm you know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah,
the
you gotta dress accordingly.
accordingly. Correct.
um, what do you do on a rainy day, since it's raining?
I work on myself. I work on myself. When I see it's raining outside, for some reason, I get some kind of level of peace.
Yeah.
This is what it is because I thought about this before. It lets me know that listen, I don't got nowhere else to be. I got nowhere else important to be. Everybody else is stuck where they at. So let me make the best of the situation. Let me make the best of where I'm at. If I'm at the crib, I can knock out some push-ups, some sit-ups. Matter of fact, let me turn that computer on. Let me finish up that email I was supposed to send. Let me make sure I got.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I can't go nowhere. I'm locked in. Matter of fact, let's make the best of it. What do I got to do? Let me start cleaning. Let me fold that laundry. That shit been clean for 3 days. I ain't know. You know what I mean? that's
That boy said, "Let me fold
that's
that
what I
laundry,
do.
cuz. Hold on, cuz."
You know how many times I have a pile of laundry on my bed and it's clean. You might think it's dirty. You come to my house, but it's clean. It's just I ain't have time to get to it. So once that
Just
rain
chilling.
hits,
It's just chilling.
let me get right. You know.
Um, what is Kato's kryptonite?
Hmm. Hmm. That can go a
Mm.
couple different ways. That's deep, bro. That's a rapid fire question.
That's a
Um,
rapid fire question.
Kryptonite.
Yeah.
If I'm being 1,000 with myself, um, I have a few vices, bro. I like to drink. I like to smoke my weed, and I'm sure at some point or another that's affected me negatively. I might not have been as sharp as I should have been the next day
Mm-hmm.
when I came into work, or I might have missed that opportunity. Or let's say I went to go train jujitsu and I was drinking the night before. I probably got whooped that day. You know what I'm saying? I probably wasted a lot of time just having, wasting time having fun, whether it be drinking or smoking. That's probably my kryptonite right there. Having too much fun. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I can agree on that. I can agree on that. Kind of alters you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you
man.
do it to
It's better
relax,
ways
but
to spend.
sometimes it goes too far. Yeah.
It's better ways to spend your time, bro. You know,
Yeah.
it's better ways to spend your
Um.
time.
Let me
As
see.
much as I love it.
Pokemon, Pokemon or Digimon? I don't think you watched both.
Okay, Pokemon for the OGs one time.
Damn,
Yeah, Digimon was
Pokemon,
dope.
kid.
Digimon was dope because they brought a whole new swag to it. It was the fact that it was digital. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And they
yeah, yeah.
dope. They had like robotic type animals. It wasn't just the animal itself. You know what I mean? Like the creature, I should say. But Pokemon is that OG.
Um, The Godfather or Scarface? Oh,
Mm. Man, that's tough. That's tough. I'm gonna go with Scarface because I relate a little bit more, and I'm not even a gangster like that. I relate a little bit more though, because homie made something out of nothing. Like he really came from the slums. I feel like Godfather came from money, low key. Godfather's dope, and there's big
yeah.
morals, big lessons in there. But Scarface, anybody who really came from nothing to something, and they just, man, if you watch that movie again, bro, it'll give you goosebumps. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just seeing how he did and
OG.
seeing how he,
Classic.
bro. And it's a lesson in there because he spiraled out of control. You know what I mean? He got it off. Man, I'll go for hours on that movie. I'll go so Scarface. I'm gonna say Scarface.
That my dog. That my dog.
Mm.
Red Ranger or Green Ranger? Oh,
Man,
stop.
man,
Stop. Making me
man.
sweat, dog.
I might go green, bro. I might go green, bro.
Ah!
I might go
I'm
green, bro.
I'm gonna go red. I like the Red
Cause
Ranger, man.
red is like, so you got Skittles. Red is like the original pack. Green is like
Yeah.
that tropical. It's you like, oh yeah, I'm used to the red, so let me jump on that exotic. Let me get on that green train. You know what I mean? He had a little bit
Mm.
more swag.
Mm.
Yeah.
What sound does a seal make? Can you give it to me?
Can I spell it or I gotta make the noise?
You gotta make the noise. Like, what? How does it sound? How does it sound? The seal.
What does a seal make?
Yeah. What does a seal sound like? Give it to me.
Bro, you got me on that one, bro. I don't, I don't know, bro, because my mind goes to dolphin. The whole like that's where
I,
my mind goes, bro. You
the,
got me
hey,
on
all
that one.
right, that'll work. That'll work. The dolphin, the
I
dolphin
still
can
keep
substitute the seal.
I still keep Scarface and the Green Ranger, but you got me with the seal joke, bro. You got me. You got me.
Oh man, what's your favorite number?
Ooh, two numbers that are my favorite: 18 and 21. That's because those are the two ages I always wanted to be. I couldn't
Yeah,
wait till I was
yeah.
18. I couldn't wait till I was 21.
I
So
think that goes for everybody.
yeah, man. So those two numbers always stuck out.
Um, Super Mario or Luigi?
Wait. Super Mario or Luigi? Like the games?
Mm.
Like wait,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mario. I'm gonna go with Mario. Yeah, definitely.
Eh, okay, okay. I was gonna say Luigi because he's like the less picked, so I always go for the underdog. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
just that's just like me.
Nah, he came through, bro. They gave that boy a whole nother life. They gave him his own game and everything. Nobody saw that for Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi's
You know what I'm
Mansion is
saying?
fire. Yeah.
What?
L.A. or New York?
Hmm. Hmm. If it was
Mm.
Cali or New York, I might say Cali. LA is slightly different. New York is a lot of hustle and bustle. I might still go LA though. I might still go LA. I can't do that cold shit. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
all right, all
Yeah,
right.
LA.
Um, and the last one would be if you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would it be?
Either Australia or Hawaii. Hawaii. I'm gonna go with Hawaii. I gotta choose one.
Hawaii. I was gonna say if
Hawaii.
you're gonna stick with Australia, I was gonna say I'm coming with you because that's where I want to go to. Like
Yeah,
I
man.
don't I have never traveled out of out of the state, like like out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And the first place I want to go is Australia, bro. I just
Yeah.
I don't
You
know
know why I like
why. That
Australia?
was before I seen your your fucking IG video too with the kangaroo.
The
I
small
just
ass kangaroo.
I
Bro,
just
they
always
ruin.
wanted to go there. I just always wanted to go there, dog.
It's a couple places I want to go. You know, I want to make my way through Asia as well. I want to make my way to a couple different islands and
Oh,
places like
facts,
that.
dog.
But you know why I
Japan.
want to go to Australia? I mean, I also want to go to Africa too. But for me, Australia is like Africa light. I, I'm
Yeah, for
I'm
real,
a
right?
I'm a,
The watered down version.
bro. I'm a moonwalk through Australia. If I like it there, I might check out Africa. I ain't go skip Australia and go straight to Africa. Let me see what it be like in Australia first. I'm just saying.
Facts. Facts.
I'm just saying, bro.
Oh man. All right, man. We at the 140 mark, man. We're gonna wrap things
Ooh,
up, man.
that was fast.
Like I said, it was a damn pleasure having you on the cast, and I
Word.
appreciate you giving me the time on this
My brother.
rainy, nasty Sunday.
Yeah.
If you wanna give any shout outs, if you wanna leave everybody your social plugs, where they can reach you at, follow you at,
Um.
see them bomb ass acting skills.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I
It's the
got you.
same. It's pretty much the same on any platform. I'm not really, TikToking just yet, but Kris Novocaine, KrisNovaCane. Same thing for Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whichever. That's where I'm at. So, boom.
Bet. Bet. Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to you, bro. Keep doing what the fuck you doing, man. Put on the next. Let's
I appreciate
go.
it, man. I'm
Let's
going. I'm
go.
going. I'm going in. I'm
I think
going
this
in.
is.
So.
I really. Nah, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I think you got something here, bro. It's dope. I had a lot of fun, bro. For real.
Hey, man. Me too, man. Only time will tell. But like I said, I appreciate you stopping by. It was a blast, man. We got to catch up as soon as
Good.
this pandemic settles down a little bit. Go grab a beer and some chicken wings and stuff, and
Word.
just actually kick it in real life. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank Kris again. Thank everybody
Yeah.
that's been following, sharing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to stop by next week. Next Friday is gonna be a new episode at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But
Hey.
until then, we out.
Yeah.